Dear viewers, I'm Settavi Bormohan, founder Concord. Today I'm going to share with you about millennials and Gen Z, their way of life and beliefs. In fact, my interest on the subject was developed while I was pursuing my research study for my PhD program on the topic. The contents of the topic are based on my continued interactions with young generations and my critical observation about Gen Y and Z, the attitude, individualism syndrome, traditional practices and belief, few tips for parents and Gen Y and Z, the future. The new generation, there are four generations of people. One is Gen Z, born between 95 to 2010, millennials 81 94, Gen X between 65 to 80, baby boomers 46 to 64. The young generation should be occupying about 75% of the population size by 2025. They would like to have fullest enjoyment in life. They are social media savvy, tech savvy, and they would like to influence the way they work. They're, because they are very ambitious. They have high level of confidence with self-expression values. This generation is a distinctive generation because they have differentiated state of mind, feelings, and attitude, and they would like to imbibe new ways of lives in life. Their attitudes refer to beliefs of individuals or groups of individuals, the way a person feels and thinks about something, be it a place, a commodity, a situation, an idea, or one's belief system. People share and shape their own attitudes in life based on strong sense of thinking and critical observation. During childhood, certain attitudes develop spontaneously over a period of time. However, with change of time and due to socio-cultural, technological, and environmental changes, their attitudes in life change. This is because they think differently and they take decisions independently. Their missions in life are quite different. The young generations are living in an extreme sensitive time and coping up with a dynamic life cycle because they have to confront with the climate crisis, the crisis for clean air and water, crave for quality education, crisis for safety and security, socio-cultural and environmental dynamics. All these factors contribute to the process for identity of their individualism. So identity exploration is a question which needs to be understood. There are four factors. One, understanding the sense of self. The young generations are developing this individualistic pattern of psychology or lifestyle because they believe in understanding the sense of self, open expression, and attainment of one's personal goals, one's role in the society, shaping self-direction values and beliefs, and developing personalities by addressing crises in lives and by sharing with friends of different worldview. They have different individuality on traditional practices, faith, and beliefs. All these factors contribute towards individualistic pattern of life. That's a new way of life they are living. Traditional practices and belief systems. Let me share what I learned from my interactions and observations on the lives of young generations. The emerging trend suggests that a sizable number of young people hold a different attitude. They take part in joyous celebrations, irrespective of any religious significance. It appears that there is a declining trend on their presence in traditional festivals, using traditional attires, visits to places of worships. However, they do not come in the way of their parents' own belief systems and the traditional practices. What is this factor I'm talking about? Is a new way of life factor, NWL factor. There are four fundamental tools on this. One is that these people would like to have an independent way of life. They would like to take independent decisions, and their decisions is theirs own. Second, internalization of self-awareness and self-management. They are shaping their own individualism through accurate self-assessment, knowing oneself from inside out and outside in perspective. They are developing self-determination and self-confidence. They are acquiring personal experience on their own ways of life by exploring the nature, environment, culture, tradition, and belief system. Third one is about doctrine of rationality. They have a strong sense of observation, seeing in believing. They would like to lead a new way of life based on the doctrine of rationality and not merely on any belief systems. They would like to lead a life free from all hassles, a life free from dotted lines, and they would like to have complete neutrality on belief systems. Fourth one is work-life balance, freedom and flexibility to spend time as per their convenience, preference to use time gainfully rather than attending any congregations, gatherings, and meetings based on any belief system. They're leading their own life. Now the dilemma for the parents are that they are finding their children's lack of interest in religious practices and lack of religious conviction. The parents are concerned that their children may lose their moral compass if they do not take part in offering prayers in auspicious occasions. The study reveals that the young generations desire to experiment the reality in life themselves rather than following a traditional belief system and pursue freedom focused values. They are leading absolutely a different way of life because they are willing to engage with people who think differently on belief system. They have lower levels of engagement in ceremonies in their formative years, and in their adulthood, they show less interest in taking part in such activities. Comparing to other generations, Gen Zers, the young generation, are getting more and more unaffiliated from the faith because they are well informed breed. They do not easily accept anything on its face value, irrespective of the traditional practices in the society and in their own families. They define a way of life according to a desire. The differentiated way of life, their beliefs and behavior, their conduct and communication, all these factors depend on their new ways of thinking. What is going to be the future? If this new trend continues in the coming decades, there will be a neutral world of humans, developing neutral attitudes in people, emerging an inclusive society, cohesiveness amongst all communities, greater tolerance level on each other. All these factors they contribute towards coexistence, peace and harmony, and leading towards an idealistic society in the future. Few tips for both parents and Gen Y and Z. UFO, understand freedom and openness. For parents, understand their true nature, trusting them fully, and appreciate the talent in them. Freedom, flexibility, and personal autonomy to these young people to the extent of the right balance and no micromanagement. Openness to let go of their own free lives, standing a supporting rule only. Absolute no to any advice. For Gen Y and Z, understand parents' emotional state of mind and respond to them in an acceptable manner. Freedom to parents to play a role in children's lives and share problems. Openness and toleration level to adjust with the ongoing cultures and habits, respecting gradual change in a society. Thank you very much.